my predecessor, who was a program director at the time, had to explain to them how Billy Joel, Springsteen, and Bon Jovi will be listened to here, but they should not be the focus. The focus should be Boston, Aerosmith, and the Cars. You got to switch these guys out. All right, this isn't Jersey. We shouldn't be playing all these deep cuts by Springsteen. If we're going to be going deep, we're going to throw in the stuff from Aerosmith because they're the bad boys from Boston. That's what people are going to know back home. So you have to know your audience, and going off of your gut with what sounds and feels like a good flow. You don't want to go from Judas Priest into Fleetwood Mac. That's a rough transition. You have to have a little bit of a buffer before doing that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. You can play Judas Priest and Fleetwood Mac. We do. But you have to make sure that, that there's something there. That there's a good segue, that you can go from a hard rock into a high energy hard rock into a medium tempo rock. You could go from, I don't know, Judas Priest into something that would be a Aerosmith or a Def Leppard-ish, and then you could transition into a Fleetwood Mac. You need to have at least that one song buffer to do that, but it also depends on the song.
See, I don't think the everyday person really understands how much thought has to be put into this, because what I thought I understood about radio was literally, I have no idea what you do during the day, In my brain, because I listened to the radio my whole life, I see a guy, he goes in, he pops his headphones down, or he pops them on, he sits down, he's like, hey, how you doing? Click, click, chilling in the chair. I don't, walk us through, like, what's it like to be a radio DJ? Because I don't think, outside of what we see on like a TV show or something, I don't think a lot of people would really have an understanding of what you guys actually do.
Well, I can easily walk you through it, and everything I say is also, again, this is small market of what my experience is. You talk to somebody, even just at least in like Boston or Portland, they're going to have probably a different approach. And then if you go like big, you go out to LA, drastically different than anything than I say. If you're just talking a radio DJ, their lives are usually pretty, easy, laid back. If you're just on air, you do some show prep, which you can do beforehand or once you get to the studio. Usually at least an hour ahead of time, you're scouring through show prep sites, which help bring everything together for you. There are services that do that, so you have access to video, audio, news stories, whatever's popular. You look locally, see what's going on, and you plan out your day of what you want to talk about. And then you go in and you'll start putting your show together. You'll piece together knowing, all right, I have to talk about this promotion. We have this event coming up. Bon Jovi, I'm coming out of that. Oh, didn't something just happen with him? Oh, yeah. And you can work that into rock news. So you put a fair amount of time prepping your show, and then whether you do your show live or you voice track and record your show, you're still putting the time in. The difference is most of your voice trackers are part-time, or they have other jobs and obligations and duties that they're doing within their position in the company. If you're lucky and you're just an on-air jock, that's awesome, because that's your one job, is just to be there, spin records, have fun. And that's awesome if you can do that. For me personally, I do that. I'm on the radio in the afternoons, typically on the rock station. I'll start my day with going through all the emails that I get, lots of spam, and but a lot of it is relevant. And then I start scheduling music. I'll go and reconcile everything from the previous day. And reconciliation is figuring out what played when and what didn't play, because you overfill the hour. You never want to fall short of music, and the system is able to look through everything and go, all right, at the end of the hour, you bumped out Motley Crue, and you and you bumped out somebody else. All right, so those didn't play. Cool. Put them back in the system so we can schedule those, because it'll look, if I don't reconcile, it still thinks that those two songs played in 2 p.m. when they really didn't. So you want to make sure that as you schedule music, it's accurate.
That's what, I would have never thought that it was that involved. Like I said, for somebody like me, I watch TV or something, and it looks like a guy, like I said, he sits down, pops his headphones on, and reads a script and clicks a button and goes and takes a piss or something. I don't know.
That's when we throw on "Shine On You Crazy Diamond" when we have to go out for my guy's got to go out for a smoke or something. It's like do you feel like we do? See you in 13 minutes, live version.
Now, when do you guys? I don't know how big you have to be for this, but do you guys like run promotional stuff? Like, because you got all like the crazy radio stations that are giving away tickets, or do you guys do all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, we do promotions, we do giveaways. And we'll do small giveaways and big giveaways. This week, tomorrow, I give away a final pair of tickets to go check out Sammy Hagar and George Thorogood. Last week was Slipknot. A few weeks ago, it was Korn. We give away a variety, even bands that we don't play. Like, we don't play Slipknot or Korn, but people go crazy for that because they're still fans. If you're a fan of rock, what we have found is you're a fan of rock on both ends. And what I mean by that is you may love Def Leppard, Motley Crue, Pink Floyd, but you may also love Slayer. Or you or your wife may also love Dave Matthews Band. So definitely way outside the normal spectrum of rock. At least classic rock station, but people will still go to that. And yeah, you when shows come around, we work very well with the venues. We got a great venue in our local market, and we have access to the ones that are down in Massachusetts, where that's where a lot of the bands go. They either will go to Mass, they'll head over to they'll go right into the TD Bank in Boston, or the Xfinity Center in Mansfield. Those are usually your two big ones. You'll have some of the smaller ones go to Songus in Lowell, and then you'll have a few come up to Manchester in New Hampshire, a few go up to Guilford in New Hampshire, and then you get some that'll go to Portland over in Maine, and then you'll get some of them that say, "Fuck it, we're going all the way up to Bangor," and nobody's going up there, so we don't worry about that.
That's the most accurate way I've ever heard anybody say
that. Anyone in Maine's going, "What an asshole! What a New Hampshire dick." Yeah, but yeah, we'll do big things like that. We'll do small things. We'll do gift certificates. In a couple weeks, our Light AC station is going to be doing a Valentine's getaway for 2 nights at a nice, beautiful local kind of getaway cottage with dinner and a bunch of stuff included. So we do contesting. We've given away money. We've given away tickets, and you try to get creative. You can do a simple, caller 9, caller 10, caller whatever, and those are nice and easy, but you can get creative with them, and that's where it's a lot of fun.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you next, was like, do you have any like say so in how the giveaways or the promotions go?
Yeah.
So you get to build. So you get to build the how this goes down.
Mm-hmm.
So are there like standard ways, or do you come up with like unique stuff to do?
Depending on what's at stake, and I mean what's at stake is what's available for tickets. If you just want to give tickets away, depending on what you have for inventory of availability for on-air promotion, you may do just a standard giveaway of caller whatever, or sign up online just to give tickets away. But if you want to get creative, you want to do front row, you want to do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We actually, one of my favorite contests we did 2 years is right before the pandemic started. Kiss was coming to town, and that's another band plenty of people shit on. All right, Kiss, they are entertainers, and I've actually seen them twice. If you ever have the opportunity on their 57th final farewell tour, go see Kiss. You'll be entertained. You don't have to see them after that, but go see Kiss at least once. You'll have a lot of fun.
I'll just wait for the next. Last one.
The next one, the next farewell tour. So they were coming to. Where were they coming? I think they're actually coming to Manchester. And my contact, we were able to work out a opportunity to give away front row tickets.
Wow.
And she said, well, actually, first day we're going to be just down in the pit, and we had access and still do, to a location that has one of the original Kiss pinball games. And so we were going to do a contest with listeners coming, playing the Kiss pinball machine to get the high score. And whoever got the high score would get these, lower, not even pit seats, but they were floor seats. And when I submitted the proposal, my contact said, "Wow, that's really cool. How about front row tickets?" And I said, "Yes, please. That would be awesome." So we qualified, I don't know, 20 people, had them all come out. They all got three balls on the pinball machine to get the high score. So we got them all qualified, and they all went through, and we had a high winner. Hey, congratulations, man! You won front row seats. And then I had another 3 or 4 floor seats, and those went to the next runners up. And then I still had just lower bowl or upper bowl seats, whatever it was. And so everyone that was still hanging out that had been there and had not won or didn't come close, it was, all right, everyone put your names in the hat. I still have 6 pairs of tickets. Not everyone's going to win, but here, we're still going to send 6 of you guys to the show. And the listeners were going, holy, like the people that won were like, I did not expect this. I came here, and as soon as I saw like that guy beat me, I just went, screw it, whatever, I'm here. I'll just hang out and see who wins. And that was one of the most fun listener promotions we did, just to interact with everybody. And it was a different promotion that people weren't doing. I'm sure someone else has done something similar, but for us, it was a lot of fun, and the listeners loved it, and that was the most important thing.
I think what's cool is I'm not a pinball aficionado or anything, but I'm pretty sure the Kiss pinball machine is like one of the most rare pinball machines. I think I've seen that somewhere.
It's pretty rare, and it's very, very difficult to play. It's a very challenging pinball, from what I've been told from pinball aficionados. We do have a local one, and he said it is one of the more difficult pinball machines that have been out there, and it is one of the. It was a classic one that at this location they have experts and professionals come in and tune these machines just right to make sure they're in pristine condition, and it was fun.
I love that idea for a contest. Have you ever thought about dropping like 20 people off on a deserted island and bare knuckle box your way out for tickets?
The problem with that is liability and getting sued. And that's something that you always have to take into account.
Okay, all right.
Everything you do.
Not bare knuckle box. You drop an array of different size vibrators, and they have to beat each other with them.
So we're kind of promoting violence. Well, maybe, I don't know.
Sounds like pleasure to me, but who am I?
Pleasure or Violence Island. You guys decide. Winner gets a pair of tickets to something. To Piggly Dog's back room. Whatever.
Don't sound so weird. This is going to be Spaces all over again. All right. So what other kind of contests have you run? Like, was that your favorite one that you ever did? Because that's pretty rad, man.
I think that is one of my favorite ones I have ever done. We've had other creative ones. Many years ago, we did a contest. The station I work for is not the mascot, because we don't physically have one, but it's the Hawk. And one of the phrases is "rock out with your hawk out." And, yeah, it's a good one. So at one of these concerts, I forget who it was. Blues Traveler was there, Collective Soul was there, a few others. We were doing a Show Us Your Hawk contest, and listeners were told ahead of time to come up with a poster or something, because we wanted you to show us your hawk. And the idea was that they would be at the concert holding up banners that would have the frequency in the station, and it promotion while you're there. And